Hello, welcome to Toy's Stockroom. Today we're going to be treating the factor of principles. Somebody say that word with me. Principles. A fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for the system of belief or behavior or a chain of reasoning. A general or basic truth on which other truths or theories can be based on. A rule of conduct based on belief or what is right and wrong. Nelson Mandela once said that for anybody who changes his principles based on who he's dealing with, that is not a man who can lead a nation. Take note. Understand that a lot of people who have principles have lived before you, and you can use their lives as role models to understand how to objectively imbibe the nature of being principled. Principle from which truth can be derived. The reason for treating the principle or the factor of principle is because I want young entrepreneurs to understand that principle play a vital role in the growth and development of business. It is principle that differentiate a man from his contemporaries and the general public at large. In general, a principle is some kind of basic truth that helps you with your life. A person who has principle is a good and decent person. On the other hand, if you say someone has no principles, that means they lack the ability to stand their ground against the ills of nature and the seeds of life that corrupts the human mind. This means that it makes them vulnerable to dishonesty, corruption, or evil. I myself make principle out to be basic behaviors and values and beliefs, attitudes, and opinions that individual holds on issues or subjects. These are my opinion on the matter. Principles. Stable, long-lasting beliefs about what is important to an individual. They become a basic standard by which people order their lives and make their choices. These are the characteristics that develop into values, so long the individual is committed to its growth. And they conclude that these above-mentioned characteristics are important and they believe of being right and justified in their daily dealings. To draw my conclusions, however, I would love to use a true life story to objectify the factor of principle. I remember at some point in my life when my source of income or livelihood depended majorly on the outward look of celebrities. Myself and the very famous DJ Jimmy Jat were quite close, and I found myself spending so much time around him. Jimmy Jat had one principle I admired so much. In all his elegance and blessings from God, Jimmy Jat had a lot of people working with and under him. And most times I could tell that his staffs made enormous errors. No matter the extent or damage or mistake done, DJ Jimmy Jat would never raise his voice. So one day while in his office and I noticed he was correcting one of his staffs, but yet seemingly talking like his usual self. I asked, why don't you ever get upset? Or at least raise your voice to show the extent of anger and let these people know that. He simply smiled and said, Larry, it's a matter of principle never to allow another person's mistake or wrongdoing make me raise my voice. Oh wow, how I wanted to imbibe this divine principle. I stop here and I ask every young individual entrepreneur out there to start making principles for themselves that can create enormous integrity lines for them. Principles will not only create integrity for you, principles will help you understand your daily life challenges and how to handle them. My name remains Olanrewaju Toye. I want you to keep following me on Toye's Stockroom on my YouTube, and I want you to keep following us also on Toye's __Talkroom.